Welcome to Talking Carts, the Consumer Reports podcast that helps you shop smarter, save more, and feel good about every purchase. I'm Tanya Christian.
And I'm Brian Vines.
And this is Talking
Carts. Attention shoppers, today we are walking down the aisle toward better sleep. Because listen, if there's one thing we're all short on, it is rest. And if there's one thing retailers love to sell, it's an idea that you can buy a ticket to dreamland.
And on Talking Cards, we're here to help you separate the products worth spending on from the money pits. A good night's sleep shouldn't require a credit card meltdown, especially not after all the money we just dropped during the holiday season.
So whether you're a chronic night owl or someone who just wants to stop waking up feeling more tired than when you actually went to bed, this episode is for you.
Brian, we're going to get into the science, the products, the myths, and of course, the deals.
Amen. Let's go.
I'm really excited to talk about this subject, well, because I cover it at Consumer Reports, but also, on our last episode, I mentioned that I wanted to get more rest in 2026. And so here we are in 2026. And we have somebody who's going to come on, Sleep Dr. Chris, and tell us all about, the tips and tricks on how to make that happen. Also, you'll probably remember after one of our first episodes, we got a comment on YouTube that said they wanted us to really dive into mattress shopping. So here we are.
And it literally, the last thing you said in the last episode was, I really want to focus on my sleep health and getting things together in 2026. And here you are. It's like my grandmother used to say, you should have asked for money because you said it, we manifested it, and we're right here talking about all of that sleep, which is your health is your wealth. So it's just like winning the lottery if you get a good night's sleep.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And what's even more exciting, though, we are going to be dropping exclusive CR member deals. So what does that mean? That means if you're not a member, become a member. Honestly, the deals that we're dropping, it's going to pay for the membership 10 times over.
1,000%. If you take advantage of just one of these CR member exclusive deals, it will amortize itself and pay in dividends on and on and on. But before we get into all of that, Tanya, can I play a little game with you? Switch from co-host hat to put on your CR sleep expert hat?
I always love to do that. So yes, I'm game. Let's do it.
All right. A little from column A, a little from column B. This is Use It or Snooze It. Now, we talked about buying your way to a better sleep. So I'm going to ask you about some of the things that are on the market now. And frankly, in my Instagram timeline, they keep popping up trying to get me to buy them. So is it worth my money, or should I just press the snooze button and move on to something that really works? Number one, the sleep mask.
You know what? That is going to be a use it. And I think for a lot of people, especially if you're sensitive to light, that little dot on the TV screen, any bit of light coming in from the window, the sleep mask, definitely use it. And honestly, one of our top rated sleep masks is like $10.
Really?
On Amazon. So yes, Use it.
I keep getting ads for one that has like built-in Bluetooth headphones, and it does this.
Okay, see, you don't need all of that.
Okay.
That you can snooze on. You can save money by just getting a simple one that covers all the light.
All right, so I'm gonna use it for the sleep mask. On the opposite end of the spectrum, what about these alarm clocks that gently wake me up with a little light here and a little more light there until my whole room is like I landed on the sun? Are those a use it or a snooze it?
So it's going to be a depends.
Okay.
And that's because sunrise alarm clocks are great for people who may have issues waking up or want to be woken up gently instead of that loud buzzing alarm clock. It's just like a nice light that fills the room and tells your body it is time to wake up. But if you're somebody who has no issue waking up and you're fine with your phone going off and telling you to get up out of bed, snooze it.
All right. Use it or snooze it. Earplugs. I've seen silicone ones. I've seen foam ones.
I would say use it. If you're sensitive to sound and it's something that can wake you up, definitely use it.
Last one. What about all of these sleep monitors? Someone wants to sell me a ring. Someone wants to sell me a bracelet. Someone wants to sell me a headband. Are these sleep monitor things gonna give me the vibes that make me go to bed?
So here's the thing. No, they're not. What it can do is it can almost serve as like a sleep coach for you because it monitors what you're doing and your sleep patterns and it tells you how you can get better sleep. But if you're somebody who sleeps well on your own, don't really need that extra device
Sure.
to tell you when to get to sleep, how much sleep you need, definitely snooze it.
All right, I'm going to sneak one more in. What about a weighted blanket? Is that going to make me fall asleep sooner?
Ooh, I love weighted blankets. And the reason is because that feeling of weight on your body does kind of help you get that lull to sleep. So, is it 100% necessary? No, but it is definitely a nice to have. And just make sure that it's 10% of your body weight. Don't get anything that's too heavy because that's going to be harmful to your sleep. So make sure it's the right weight for your size.
All right, this has been Snooze It or Use It, and my wallet and my sleep. Thank you.
Now, before we get lost in sunrise alarm clocks and sleep masks, let's talk about the real MVPs of better sleep. And it's what we're calling the big three.
It's going to be your mattress, your pillow, and your bedding. And if these things aren't right, no amount of melatonin is going to save you.
That's right, Brian. Yeah, if you're going into the new year and you're like me and you want better sleep, this is going to be the core of your sleep sanctuary. I like to call it a sleep sanctuary. You want a good mattress, you want a supportive pillow, and you want breathable bedding.
So sell me a mattress for a second. Like, I don't know the last time any of us went into a store and like laid down on a thing. The last two mattresses that I've had have arrived like a fruit roll up. I'm just like online clicking through, getting other people's impressions. But why are they so expensive? And is the expensive one always the better one?
It's not. It's not. We have mattresses at almost every price range in our ratings. We have great affordable mattresses that are under $500. A lot of our top performers are, $1,000, $1,500. And honestly, that $1,000 price point is kind of what most people are spending.
Yeah.
But we have good ones that are under 1,000. So that's why I always like to send people to our ratings because also comfort is subjective, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm a back sleeper, I want a mattress that's good for back sleeping. I want something that's supportive. If I'm a side sleeper, there are some other options, but you do not have to spend an arm and a leg. Like you don't need the $5,000 sleep number. It's nice to have them.
Oh, come on now. So wait, when you say there's $1,000, that's sort of the sweet spot. Are we talking like a California king? Is that a twin?
That's really like a queen. You're going to go a little more because it's a king. It's just a larger size. All the mattresses we test in our labs are queen size because that is the number one seller on the market. But you're not going to be spending a crazy amount more on the king.
So do people still make water beds? When I was a kid, I was obsessed with having a water bed. Are they better than buying a foam one versus a hybrid versus an inner spring? Like, what is the superior mattress for most folks?
So I'll say this. The water bed, my cousin had a water bed, so that just took me back many, many years.
Right?
But for most adults, a water bed is just not going to be supportive enough for the sleep that we need. Like you get up there in age and the back starts going, the neck starts cricking. So you need something that is going to be supportive. Now, whether you want to do an inner spring, a hybrid, or a foam mattress is really up to preference, the comfort that you want, right? Like a lot of people are going towards the hybrid because it is a mix of the inner spring and the foam. It's kind of like you get the best of both worlds in a hybrid. But some people love that enveloping feeling of foam models.
Yeah.
The issue with foam is sometimes they tend to trap more heat than like an inner spring that's a little more breathable. So if you're someone who sleeps hot like me,
I'm a hot sleeper.
a foam model isn't really going to be the best choice.
Is there a such thing as the best time of the year to buy a mattress? Because I know most of us hold on to them for too long. How long should we be keeping them, and when is the best time to buy them?
Yeah, so really you should be keeping a mattress 8 to 10 years. That is the lifespan of of most mattresses. And sometimes you can go past that if maybe it's not used as much or it's still in good condition. But if you have like sinking, if you have like divots and or
Turn
you're
it
waking
over,
up,
flip it.
the turning over is going to work but so much. Or let's say you go away on vacation and you realize you're getting better sleep on vacation because of the bed. It's time for a new mattress.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen that before. So moving on to the pillows. Again, let's start with the age. How long should we be keeping a pillow?
It depends on the pillow, but your most pillows are not, you're not seeing them past 2 years.
Okay.
So if
Ooh.
you're if you're like folding it over and it's not folding back,
Oh
it's
no.
time to go on ahead, hit up our ratings and get yourself a new pillow.
Oh, I feel bad because I promise I've got pillows ready to graduate high school. I don't think that
No,
it's been to.
Brian.
Did I say that? I meant a friend.
Who said that?
Who said that? So when I'm looking online and I'm trying to find out about these pillows, and there's ones that tell me like a side sleeper versus a back sleeper, is that a real thing? Like the pillows can really make a difference for those sleep positions?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Really?
And honestly, that's why I like customizable pillows because with a customizable pillow, you can put filling in, you could take filling out, and based on like how you're feeling that week, that day, that month, you can customize it to your preference. You don't want your neck cricking too high up. You
Yeah.
want to make sure that it's the appropriate loft between the bed and your ear. So those are all going to be factors that you need to consider when you're getting a new pillow, buying a new pillow.
So something that blew my mind is like the mattress that I got that came like a fruit roll up. They gave me a year to sleep on it. So like you can keep it for a year and decide if it's for you. And now I heard that some pillows do that as well. Like,
Yes, we love a sleep trial.
do people actually send it back? Like,
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to resell it, but you absolutely can. At the end of the day, they want you to be happy. They want you to get better sleep.
yeah.
And so the only way you're going to do that is if you could try it out. That's why we tell people go in store. You can get a pillow fitting when you go in for your mattress.
Really? Okay, let me find out. So I know you've said before, like bedding is about comfort and climate. So which is more important? Am I looking for the crazy thread count, or is it about the fabrication, the material that it's made of?
Yeah, thread count is kind of a myth. This idea that the more the thread count, the better the sheets. We've tested all kinds of sheets and we know that the thread count does not determine the strength.
Mhm.
It does not determine the durability. So when you're looking for a bedding, I like cotton because, again, I'm somebody who sleeps hot. Cotton is very breathable. Like the microfiber sheets, the synthetic sheets, they tend to not be as breathable, but they're also very soft. So if you like that soft feeling, you're probably going to go for a synthetic sheet. And that'll be the same thing for your duvet. You want something that's more breathable because you just don't want to be in bed overheating. That's going to cause you to wake up.
So before we move on, I forgot what time of the year is best to get that mattress. In the summer, in the spring, when
Oh,
should we
yes.
be buying
Okay.
them?
So for mattresses, you're going to look at the holidays, right? So
Okay.
President's Day, Memorial Day, Labor Day. Or if you remember, it's CR Sleep Week, which
Hey.
kicks off tomorrow because honestly, we have some of the best deals, member exclusive deals on mattresses. We're talking about Black Friday deals. And CR's exclusive sleep week starts tomorrow, kicks off January 9th, and it
Yep.
goes all the way through the 19th. My favorite one is Casper is offering 30% off Hybrid and Max mattresses. So these are our top performing mattresses. It's the Dream Max, and the Snow Max. So this is the richest offer on the market. You cannot get it anywhere else. There's a CR discount code, and you get to choose a free adjustable base with the purchase of a Max mattress on our website, or 30% off, which is, I mean, Brian, again, this is a Black Friday deal. Also, Lull. So Lull is giving $50 on top of whatever promotions they have running right now.
Really?
CR members are going to get $50 off, which love that.
That's awesome. So, like, in addition to, this isn't like one of those when I click on there, like, sorry, you have an offer in your cart. Like, as a CR member, I get $50 off of things even with their promotion.
That's exactly what we're saying.
Genius.
Which, I mean, you don't get that a lot, right? It's like one or the other, but no, it is 50 on top of whatever other promotion they might be running. And then Satva, if you know, fancy, little Satva. So Satva is offering $425 off of a $1,000 purchase, as long as a mattress is included in that purchase.
Okay.
And if a Lisa mattress has been on your radar, we are doing an additional $100 off for CR members. That's in addition to Lisa's 25% off site-wide.
You can't beat that with a hammer and a nail.
And wait a minute now, Brian, because I only went over the mattress deals, but there are also other deals, right? Like we talked about pillows, Coop, which was for a very long time our top rated pillow. It's you know, fallen slightly. It's number 2, 22% off Coop. And it's not just pillows. We love their pillows, but we also love their bedding. So it's 22% off the site. Plank, which is our number 1 pillow, they're doing 25% off the site until the 12th, and then they're 30% off site-wide from the 13th through the 19th. So if you can wait until the 13th to get 30% off, you can get our number 1 pillow. Also, Helix. They are doing 25% off site-wide to the 11th, and then 20% off site-wide from the 12th through the 15th. So if Helix has been on your radar, you know, now's the time. Now's the time.
Listen, my pillows need to have RIP, so I will maybe even find a showroom where I can go get a little pillow drive test or,
oh yeah,
you know.
Get yourself a pillow fitting. Honestly, I recommend it to everybody. And remember when we were talking about synthetic sheets?
Yeah.
So Milani, which is one of our top rated synthetic sheets, they are going to offer CR members 30% off.
So before we get out of here and introduce Sleep Dr. Chris, who's going to come at the sleep angle from a different medical perspective, I want to, again, point out these deals that we've gotten are exclusive to CR members. So if you are a deal-minded person and you're not yet a member, maybe you should invest in some sleep right now by investing in a Consumer Reports membership. This is the time.
And it's just a good time, right? It's the top of the year. You will definitely get your money's worth.
All right.
So joining us now is Dr. Christopher J. Allen, better known online as Sleep Dr. Chris. He's a sleep specialist, educator, CEO of Quality Sleep and Neurology in Saginaw, Michigan, and the person who's about to tell us why scrolling TikTok in bed is actually ruining our lives. So Sleep Dr. Chris, welcome to Talking Carts.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
We just walked listeners through the big 3. The mattress, the pillow, the bedding, basically all the things we can buy to upgrade our sleep. But we know that sometimes you can have all of that right and still feel exhausted. So from a medical perspective, what's the first thing you look at when someone comes to you saying, I just can't sleep?
So that's a really good question. I get that question all of the time. And here's the thing about sleep. And a lot of people, they know it, but they really don't know it. Like you need anywhere from 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And I always tell patients this, Mr. Sandman wants his money and you got to pay him. And so if you're not getting that, they literally call that sleep debt for a reason. So that's my first question that I ask them. Then after that, if they're like, yeah, I sleep between 7 to 9 hours and they still feel that way, then I tell them to talk to your bed partner, because the hardest part about my job, I got to talk to them about things that happens when they're unconscious.
Yeah.
And so if they're snoring, if there's pausing and breathing, or if they're moving around, kicking in their sleep, punching or fighting in their sleep, those are things that cannot promote quality sleep.
Well, listen, you stopped me in my tracks when you dropped that 7 to 9 thing. If somebody is out there sleeping 9 hours, God bless them. Like if you could put that in a bottle, but should we be sleeping for 9 hours? Like every message I get is like, no days off. Make it happen. Wake up early. Go to bed late. Do the thing. But 9 hours? What?
Yeah.
I know.
A couple of things. Hustle culture is real. If you're sleeping, you're not grinding. And we live in a society where everything is always on. There's literally no office hours that will close when it comes to like social media, come to your phone. So you have to put those boundaries in for yourself. And to answer your question, yes. Like I have patients that will sleep up to 9 hours. They have that time, they feel alert and they feel refreshed from it. But unfortunately, a lot of people, and if you're listening, you probably even said this to yourself, like, wait a second, I'm not sleeping 7 hours, or I do fine on 5 hours. And again, you don't. You pay for it in different ways. You pay for it in your mood, you pay for it in your productivity, and you pay for it in your alertness. If you're not just doing those fundamental things, you can still feel tired.
Yeah, and so I saw your Meet Dr. Chris video on Instagram, and it talks about that. It says your mission is to help the world stop glorifying hustle culture and start romanticizing REM sleep. So, can you tell us a little bit about REM sleep and how do we know we're actually getting REM sleep?
A lot of people, about stages of sleep. Everybody knows about REM sleep. They call it stage R now. And the REM sleep, another name for it is your dream sleep. You have your light sleep, you have your deep sleep, and you have your REM sleep or stage R. And throughout your sleep, you only get about 25% chance of to have that REM sleep. And then what happens during REM sleep, one, your body is paralyzed, so you're not moving at all. And it's getting that regeneration happening. Your heart rate changes its pattern, your breathing changes its pattern. Memories get consolidated, meaning that like you start to remember stuff. And so when you start cheating yourself on sleep, then you're cheating yourself on like remembering things. And I always tell people when they're studying and like, oh, I got to pull this all-nighter. No, you don't. You got to get that sleep so you can remember what you just studied.
So, how do I know if my sleep is quality? Because I got about 6 hours worth of sleep last night,
Okay.
and I feel fine. Like I'm here, I'm absorbing all of this. Do we all need that at least 7 hours?
You still need 7. And granted, your body's job is to survive.
Sure.
And so if you're getting that 6 hours, yeah, your body's gonna survive and want to go through the day and figure out things. But to answer your question on how do you know if you're getting quality sleep, talk to your bed partner. I always tell people this, and I have videos about this on social media. Snoring is not normal. So if that's your mouth and this is the back of your throat, when you're awake, airway's open, air is going in and out, no problem. But you fall asleep, muscles relax, and right in the back it gets small. So when you're sleeping and breathing in, this is the sound people are hearing. That's how snoring happens. But the hard part about it, there can be disorders where your muscles are still relaxing and then airway is closed. So no oxygen is going to your heart, your lung, or your brain. So your heart's working harder. Lungs are breathing in deeper. Your brain sending stress signals all over your body. Then all of a sudden, you wake up. Then you fall back asleep and it happens over and over and over again. That is a disorder that's called obstructive sleep apnea. When that's happening, you are sleeping, you are unconscious, so you don't know. Sometimes you might wake up, my head's hurting, I feel tired, but I slept fine, like I'm still in the same spot. But then if you talk to your bed partner, then they're giving you the stink eye, like, what's going on? It's like, oh no, you were snoring. I had to like elbow you, give you the love tap to say like, there's pausing and breathing that's happening. So those are the things that you can look at.
So you've dropped a lot of gems on us and given us food for thought. But as a sleep expert, what are 3 hard truths that we need to know right now to get better rest?
1, you treat your phone better than you treat your sleep. Look at your phone and it's at 30%. Guess what you're gonna do? You're scrounging, you're looking around, it's like, wait, I gotta get this plugged in because I don't want my phone to mess up. You'll even plan if you're going to go out somewhere, like, let me charge this phone all the way up to make sure it will last. If you treat your sleep like you treat your phone, oh, things will be great.
Drag me, Dr. Chris, drag me. I got to treat myself
me.
as good as I treat my phone.
Another one that I tell people, the way you set up your bedroom, that's the way you're going to set up the sleep. So if your bedroom is messy, your sleep might be messy. And I thought about that when I had to look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, I got to make sure the bed's made, make sure it's not cluttered, make sure it's cool, it's dark, and it's calm. And then another hard truth is that, like, look, everything shouldn't happen in the bed. People will do their homework, eat food, watch TV in the middle of the day, just laying in bed. And I always tell people this, the bedroom is only for 3 things. And they all start with the letter S. If you are sick, if you're sleeping, we know what that third S is for. And so if that's not happening, you're not in bed. And if it takes you more than 20 minutes to fall asleep, get out of bed.
What is that get out of bed if you're not asleep after 20 minutes thing? And how soon should you be falling asleep? And I know we're at the end of the show, but you just are sparring questions.
You just dropped that. I was like, wait, huh?
Yeah,
So
so if you've been like this for 20 minutes, what should you do? Like counting sheep is not working.
It takes you about a good 10, 20 minutes to fall asleep. So if you're going to bed and you're like, my superpower is falling asleep like that, that's a problem. That means your body's dysregulated. That means that you are so exhausted. That means you're not getting enough sleep, that you owe Mr. Sandman some money. But if you're in the other spectrum where it's like it's past 20 minutes, you can't fall asleep, I tell people get out of bed, because then you're teaching your body that it's okay to be in bed when you're not sleeping, when you're not doing those other, like the things that don't start with the letter S. Mm-hmm. There's things you can do. It's about that wind down before bedtime. So an hour, get rid of the screens, like read a book. If you watch the TV, nothing too exhilarating before you go to bed. If you feel like your mind is racing, where you have those thoughts going, get a piece of paper and write down what you're thinking. So it can be like journaling, and journaling is great. But you can just write down words like tired, frustrated, work, girlfriend, whatever it is, fold it up and then just put it under your pillow, put it in the nightstand. That's telling your body, like, look, we're thinking about this, but we're going to save it for another day.
Well, Dr. Chris, thank you so much for taking the time to share your tips with us. We will be using them in the new year. So thank you for joining us on Talking Cards.
It's good to be here. And if you guys want to follow me, just look up Sleep Dr. Chris, Sleep Dr. Chris, or sleepdrchris.com.
Brian, I'm just curious. We've kind of gone over products and we know that you don't have to spend a lot of money. So what is in your under 50 sleep cart?
Well, using and taking advantage of my exclusive CR member deals, listen, I gotta go with the pillows. I've got enough sheets. My mattress is a year old. The only thing I gotta do is keep my pillows updated and in the rotation. Right now, they're tacos when they should be burritos. So I'm gonna burrito-fy my sleep. What's in your cart, Tanya?
All right, so you sleep with a sleep mask. I am putting a sleep mask in my cart right now because they are kind of helpful, like blocking that brightness out is actually helpful. And then 2, if I can get one on sale, I think I'm going to get a silk pillowcase because we know those are like really good for the skin, really good for the hair. So those are going to be my 2 things in my sleep cart.
Well, we would love to hear what you all are including in your sleep carts, especially if you're going to be taking advantage of those exclusive member deals for folks who are members at CR. So let us know what's in your cart.
Well, Brian, what did this episode teach you?
That I need more sleep, that I need to change my pillows, yank the phone out of my hand, and really prioritize rest. No more of this no sleep grinding culture. Like, I'm going to sleep throughout the week and not save it up for when I go on vacation or the weekend. Sleep debt is real and I don't like being in debt.
Right. All of that. Now, if the new year has already got you feeling tired, consider this your reminder to put rest at the top of your priority list.
That's right.
So until next time, sleep sounder, shop smarter, and take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon on Talking Cards.
Bye now.